4 that are good, put them in there, and then go and take 3 or 4 out of the poll. So I don't get really many more screenshots, but I do get a mixture of new ones and so forth in there. So we've got 2 red lights, so we can't go anywhere yet. Cheers, Great Brad. Yep, we have rail driver support. This is good. Someone shout out to me tomorrow if I don't get track IR running. Yep, you've told me about the horn before, Amtrak 109. Good night, Victor, if you haven't already gone. Oh, he's already gone, sorry. Train boy might have his new scenario uploaded. Oh, I see Roger's off. Oh, we've got a yellow light. The Tube or Heathrow Express? I actually have no idea. I normally go by the Tube, mostly because it's cheaper. Heathrow Express is not. It's probably quicker. In fact, almost certainly it's a lot quicker. It's like 15 minutes to get to Heathrow, whereas the Tube is more like an hour. But the Tube is a lot cheaper. And I'm just tight, frankly. So fix it then. It's not up to me to fix it, Amtrak. I can't change the files. Train boy, I look forward to seeing it. I don't think we've driven an SD70 in a while, actually. It makes a change. Amtrak, I could fix the files, but I want everyone to be able to see the content as it is when they buy it. So if they look at this stream and they hear this loco's got a different horn, but then when they buy it, then they might get upset about the fact and they then need to go and make changes. So what I want is for right or wrong, whatever they see on this stream is what they will get when they buy it. When will the Semmering barn be out and how much will it be? I've got no idea, I'm afraid, WT. Soon, hopefully. I want to drive it on the stream. It also turns out they don't have any sugar cubes either. Make a stop at Gillingham to pick up a rake of wagons loaded with boxes of sugar. When are you going to get tea bags? We need tea bags as well. The Americans threw them all in the harbour. Am I doing something special on Christmas? I don't actually know. You mean I want to fail it on stream? I fail everything on stream, WT. I've changed the definition of fail at this point since it's something I do all the time. We celebrate the successes and don't worry about the fails. Right, I've got a 40 limit coming up, so I'm actually going to ease back on the power at this point. GWR, I've heard that. I haven't actually looked myself. I think the guys have been doing some work on the coronation, so it may be it's done already. This URL not found. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Oops. Kind of a 14L. Looks like we've got the high ball. Ayrton's 8, it's a third party, so I can't run that one. I only run stuff that's on Steam. Stephen Jam, is it true that an American can buy someone a UK copy of Stephen's Pass? I've got no idea. I've got no idea at all. Still got green light. This scenario takes us through the tunnel. I've got no idea. So we start at Olds Junction. Sorry, we started before Olds Junction, and we're going to all the way up here to Merritt. So I don't know where the tunnel is. So all that lot is what we're going to be doing. Hoping to get the North London line this week. Oh yeah, no, that's nice. Yes, and Pancras Station is indeed modelled in it, although it's actually not much use on the North London line. It's certainly there. Oh, apparently just shy of the tunnel. That means part 2 will have the tunnel in it then, I guess. Obviously missed another whistle board. Any help with custom platforms, Kev? How do you mean custom platforms? Are you using the platform lofts? Maybe I'll do a tutorial video some point this week on creating platforms. Okay. I will have a look then. So if you could send me a Twitch message with everything, all your questions and all the things that you want to know, Kev, and I will see if I can put together a tutorial for how to do it, because I can imagine other people will be interested. Thanks for joining us, WAUT. Much appreciated. Stephen Jam, could DTG go back through all the BNSF DLC and change our racetrack? I guess they probably could, but that'd be really tough, I think. But technically, yeah, they technically could, I guess, but that's quite a lot of work. Why can't I release my map software? It's because of employment contracts, essentially. There's also the problem that because I'm such a well-known person within the company, one of the concerns is I release something and then people think that they've got it from Dovetail, even though they didn't. They got it from me, and then potentially what liabilities are the company opening themselves up to by allowing me to release something, or other people then to assume it's come from Dovetail and claim support or something from Dovetail. It's complicated, sounds a bit silly, but it's actually very reasonable, and it's just something that needs to be worked through. It is being thought about. It isn't written off completely. Forgot about this 35. Any possibility of the future release? Yeah, quite possibly. It's something I do keep asking about. What we got? We've got a signal coming up. That's a green on the ground. Ah! Get back at the front. What we got here? A bit closer. That'll do. How do I pause my game like that? Press the pause key. If you've got a laptop, you may not have a pause key. If you don't have a laptop, then you should have a pause key. It's up by print screen, scroll lock, and pause break. You just press the pause key. Got a green light there. Hey there, Ron Wirral. Welcome. What you'll find, my thoughts, is that when you pause the game, you'll be stuck in the same camera mode. So if you're in 2, then you can move the camera around. So if I pause it now, yeah, I can move the camera around, but I can't change the camera, so 8 won't work. So if you want to change it to be free roam, then if you unpause, press 8, and then pause again, and now I can fly around a frozen world and adjust the field of view however I want to, and all sorts. That just looks really weird. And the shadow of that bridge. Have I got X-Plane 10? I used to have X-Plane 10. I got kind of frustrated with it. I must admit, I'm an FSX fan, and I've been an FSX fan since long before Dovetail got involved with FSX. Got a high ball still. running off at speed limit at the moment. Olds Junction is now 1.3 miles away. Clean and green. Inside view, certainly, Jeff. Sorry, awesome Matt 235. Oh, Mock, you'll get upset if I do that. Alright, let's pour some power on. We're going to get up to 45. Is the radio sound from the train? The radio sound is part of the cab view, yeah. I haven't, again, everything you're hearing and seeing is exactly what you would get when you buy it. You've priority, but be careful when you approach Leavenworth and Winton. Watch the signals. You should meet 2 eastbound freight trains. Nice coming under that bridge. Alright, we're almost up to the 45. GWR 5049, nope, Paul Godber doesn't work with DTG. I'm not sure what Paul's doing at the moment. Yeah, I know, that wasn't a Rule 40 now. I thought it'd be better to sound the horn than do nothing at all. Welcome back, J-Class fan. That was a Rule 13 3/4, yeah, really. A 13 3/4 Z. Still got the high ball. Get out of the way! Awesome, Matt. Why were the cars still driving? I think it's because when Stevens Pass was built, I don't think the game had working crossings. It was because working crossings in the game only came later on, and it may well be Stevens Pass was built before those were implemented. DB Veta, the crossing logic works perfectly well. It's just this route is just old. This, in that case, I don't know why they might. Well, then bear in mind this was a third-party project. So it may well have been in progress for a lot longer than Marias. Marias, I think, took 3 months from start to finish. What's your question, Coey? Pesky signal is buried in all these bushes. Looks like a highball to me. I saw a glimpse of, yep, there it is. Hey there, Jono. Why is everyone saying red signal? It wasn't a red signal, it was a green. It was a highball. The green doesn't count in the US. If it ain't all red, it ain't red. That's the rule. Awesome, Matt. What if you hit the cars? Then you just drive straight through them. It doesn't. You don't ever actually hit the cars. Oops. Rule 13, 3/4 Z. Cheers, Jeff. Thanks for joining. That needs to be added where you can actually hit the cars. Well, it's not really the sort of the purpose of a train simulator, is it really? how quickly do you think it would take us before we had no licenses left if we could use people's trains to smash cars up? Oh, got highball. Got another green light there. Another whistle board. Let's go over there and have a look at where's the junction. There it is. Do it from this side for a change. Tree. Cheers, Jeep fan. James B1479, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. DB Vetter, you just bought this month, so you're new. So welcome first to the to this all-engrossing hobby. Is there a GG1 Pennsylvania Railroad add-on? There certainly is. Maybe someone can go and find a link for you. Thanks, Coplopper. Need to be a little bit careful. These two signals are close up, so if this is an approach, this is a red, I'm not going to have time to stop. No, we've got a green on the ground. Yeah, DB Vetter, if you look back through my YouTube channel, you can see I've run the GT1 once or twice, so you can see it in action in the game before you buy it, if you wish. "10 miles away from Leavenworth." My thoughts, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Why am I running on the wrong main? I've got no idea, I didn't write the scenario, Josh. Deep right, no alert sound in and out of the Comet cab car. Oh, okay. Have you dropped a ticket into the Dovetail support, dovetailgames.ko.com, and let them know? Stephen Gem, new wagon packs. Yeah, that's a good point. I need to do that. Let me see if I can arrange to do the wagon packs tomorrow. Cheers, Adam Gamer. Thanks for joining. I should be streaming on Thursday, yeah. Ron, I'll see what I can do. I'm not sure I will, but I'll see what I can do. I think all the new wagon packs are British, yes, Stephen Jam. They're by Fastline Simulation. Will I do any high-speed routes, Coey? Yes, I tried to do a mix. What I'd suggest is, if you've got any scenario, if it's something you want to see, find a scenario on Steam Workshop, and then make a recommendation on my Google form. The URL, I've just posted it onto the chat. And if you put in your form there, put the details of the scenario in and a link to the scenario, and then when I'm looking for scenarios to play, that's where I go and look, and I look on there. So that way, if people suggest things, I'm playing the things that people are suggesting, so hopefully the things you want to see. That guy 1624, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. I generally do a mixture though, so American ones generally aren't particularly high speed, but German ones quite often are using the ICE, which is fast, or the British ones sometimes with one or the other of the high speed trains. Whoops. Jono, please do send one of your scenarios. The battery loco, yeah, that's it, Ed. The way I drive it, anyway. My thoughts. So I do streams. It's not an allowed thing. It's just my personal choice. I do streams with anything that's on Steam, including third-party things that are on Steam. The bottom line is, if it's on Steam, Steam Workshop, then I'll run it. But if it's not on Steam Workshop or Steam, then I don't. Defees, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Hey, if there's anyone on the stream who hasn't followed on, subscribed, liked, whatever the word is on YouTube, we're not far from 5,000. We're under 50 to go. So do your bit, folks. And thank you, by the way. Oops. There you go, rule 13.5x. Where did you get the number 155 miles per hour from, Joshua? Moggy, no, it won't help if you unsubscribe and resubscribe. What's my favourite route? Weardale is very good. I don't know. All the routes have got different things about them that I like, so it's difficult to pick routes that. I mean, Western Line to Scotland is a favourite. Weardale is a favourite. New York New Haven is a favourite. London Faversham is. You're right. I mean, Joshua, the fastest trains in the UK outside of the Eurostar and the Javelins are 125 miles per hour. And the Eurostar and Javelin running on high speed one. The Javelin can do 140 miles an hour. The Eurostar can do 186. So that the Eurostar would count as the only true high speed in that instance. $31.20 followers on Twitch. How awesome is that? Favourite diesel, a Gronk or a Class 08? Ooh, tough choice. Tough choice, Moggy. Good night, Coey. Am I allowed to do the... If it's on my system, then I don't see why I can't do it, to be honest, Amtrak. Which means if it's ever been available. I mean, if it was actually removed from the pack, then it would be gone, and I can't. Kev, I can't talk about any possible plans. If something hasn't been announced, then I can't talk about it, I'm afraid. Amtrak, I'm not sure if there's what the licensing situation is with Via Rail. We've got a much smaller country than yours, Joshua. Don't have to travel that fast to get cover it. Rule 15D. Don't I use Armstrong Powerhouse sandpacks? No, I don't. Exactly the same as I said previously. It's I only use exactly what you get when you buy it from Steam, so that people who watch this channel, who think, oh, if I like that SD70, what will I get if I buy it? You can hear it. Whether you like it or not is a separate issue. This is what you're going to get when you buy it. Whereas if I put loads of custom mods on it, you wouldn't know that. London Brighton is very good as well, Dean. It's a good shout. Essentially, for those of you that don't already know the story, and those of you that do are just going to get bored to tears, I used to do the UK Train Sim live exhibitions, and in those exhibitions I used to have a fully kitted out train sim that had everything on it. It had all the custom stuff, including Armstrong Powerhouse stuff in some cases. I bought 2 or 3 of the packs, and it was great. It looked great. Everyone really liked it, but the problem was the first thing people would say is, oh, that's really good, how do I get it working on my system? And a lot of the people I was talking to, sorry. A lot of the people I was talking to had no technical know-how whatsoever. So when it came to open this file, and then use Explorer to copy these things in over. They just switched off and said, you know what, this game's too hard. So my goal here is to get people interested by what they can see, and then they'll see is, oh, but I wonder if that horn sound could be better, and then they'll go and look on places like Railworks America, and they'll find out more, and it'll be more at the speed they want to do. Whereas if you hit them with, here's everything you can do right at the very start, then everybody. When I talk to people, I make it clear that there are other downloads you can get. There are other websites, Railworks America, UK Train Sim. There's Just Trains. There's Armstrong Power. It's all great stuff, and it's all there if you want to play with it. But at least this way, what you're watching on this is what you get when you buy it. No hitting people on stream, that is rude. Cheers Amtrak, see you later. My thoughts, you can ask something. I won't guarantee to be able to answer, but you can certainly ask. The original NEAC route. Oh yeah, with the AEM-79 fleets, yep. I remember that. The problem Amtrak is that attitude is what kills off a hobby, because you close off the hobby for all but the most technically minded, and everybody else just says, well, you know what, I'll do something else then. Josh was telling me that there's a red light ahead of me, and I think he might be trolling me. Do I play MSTS? I used to play MSTS a lot when I ran UK Train Sim, but I really don't play it anymore. I just play this now. Still 0.4 away for this light. That's a good one. Your question about the passenger views. I'm not aware of any plans to change the AM fleets in the NEC. But as I've said on a number of occasions, I'm not necessarily privy to those plans either, so don't take that as anything. A 4-part Ipswich to Glasgow scenario. Wow. Run 8, here we go. Yeah, absolutely. Upload once you've uploaded to Steam Workshop, Jono, then you can. Whoops, a bit too over the top on the power there. Yeah, once it's up on Steam Workshop, Jono, just let me know, and I'll take a look. If you do suggest it on the suggestion form. Amtrak, do I still have MSDS? No, I don't, but I could probably get it. It's just not something I've installed in quite a long time. It's quite a nice Vista. Dean used to play MSTS and then found Railworks on a day out of the NRM. Very good. We're on a 1.6 grade now. Adlali, this is SD70ACe on Stevens Pass. Amtrak, yeah, I still have a copy of it. In fact, I think I've bought several copies over the years. Awesome, Matt. Which routes am I doing tomorrow? I haven't decided yet. So if you've got stuff you want me to have a look at, make sure it's suggested in the list so that I can take a look. Oh, this is a nice rickety old bridge. Jono, bear in mind that if you want me to play the scenario, you can't use anything which isn't on Steam, so you can't use reskins or anything else. If it's not on Steam, then I can't use it. So bear that in mind when you're choosing what stock you put in there. Only reason I mention that is because I'm not aware there is an RHTT train on Steam, but I think Just Trains have done one. Oh, it's off West Coast Mainline Trevally, in which case, I will shut up. Trent Valley is fine. Trent Valley's on Steam, so that's fine. Right, we're off the steep grade now. We're coming up on 11 with mainline. We've still got green. Cheers, Dean. Enjoy Trent Valley. Josh Harkness, front of cover of MSTS, was a -9 in the BNSF livery. With it had the MSTS logo on it on the side. Yep, -9 and GP38 in orange. Going through Leavenworth. Why is the screen so red? I don't know what you mean. It looks fine from my side. You haven't me on again. Shh. Shush now, Josh. Shush now. Look, red light. Oh no, it's a red light. Ooh, panic. Oh, Josh was just trying to convince me that I've spadded, or I'm about to spad, or Winton Mainline East, 12.8 miles. How are we doing on destinations? Merritt is our final destination. Where is Merritt? There it is, 20 miles. Hey there, Nick. You know, aspect of one signal can randomly change to the other. That's a rule 99X, is it? Welcome back, J-Class fan. Cheers, got plop them out. Has the 390 gone from Steam? I wasn't aware that it had. I'm glad you're enjoying it, my thoughts. 125 MP. 125 for the local you were driving when you Nebworthed. Ah, you see I was driving a 47 when I Nebworthed. The official Nebworth was a 47. I don't think I've ever Nebworthed in a 125. I faked a Nebworth in a 365, but my proper Nebworth was in a 47. Right era, wrong loco, entirely. It's definitely the mods that make the chat moggy. Absolutely, definitely the mods. I could stop streaming and just leave it with the mods, and no one would know, really. Everyone would probably be quite happy. Intercity 125 HST Class 47. Huh? Two completely different trains. Intercity HST for a start is a Class 43. I totally never had to signal in K1, yeah. I roared up that hill though. I was quite proud of how I got up that hill, and then I couldn't stop. What happens if a loco gets taken off Steam but you already purchased it and then reinstall it? You never lose anything, Nick, ever. So if something gets taken off Steam, you still own it, and therefore you will, if you reinstall the game, it will still be there. If you ever do lose anything, get in touch with support and they will find out why, but you should never lose anything. Crossing. I caught the whistle board this time. .4% grade. See if it'll take a bit more power without slipping. I could put sand on, but that's cheating, frankly. You lost a Class 09, you never had it, but you feel like you lost it. You thought the HST125 was a Class 47? No. No. HSD is the one with the pointy ends, and the Class 47 is a just a bog standard loco, to be honest. The HST is actually a full high-speed train. And the 47 does indeed have an annoying and silly horn, like a lot of British locos. Would Steve get annoyed if he heard me calling the 47 bog standard? I've got no idea. Lockerbie day out. Drop me a Twitch message, Ron Wirral. I've obviously missed that one somewhere. I don't recall looking at it, so I've certainly, if it's not in the problem log, then it's I've not looked at it yet, that's all. But I will try to take a look at it. The other option is if you resubmit it on the new system, then because that's what I tend to look at first these days for scenarios. If you submit it on the new system via that Google form link, then I will probably more readily see it. When do I normally do giveaways? It's sort of random because otherwise people tend to just turn up for the giveaways and not for the show, and the idea is to get people to come along and watch the show. So yeah, it's usually 1 day a week, maybe 2 days a week, depending on how much I do. So what I like to do is just have one big blowout. So I do sort of 5 or 6 giveaways over one evening. Am I going to run some Adriana County scenarios? I am, and I think you've already, either you or someone else has submitted some of your scenarios. So I definitely saw at least one of yours for Adriana County. Winton Main Line, 7.3 miles. With my fast computer, what graphics settings do I use? Everything's turned up to the maximum I've got, except that I don't use SSAA. I've got SSAA switched off and I'm on the best FXAA. Hey there, Grizzly Bear. But otherwise than that, everything's on maximum. At the moment, I'm getting 60 frames per second. What time is it where I am? It is 20 past 1 in the morning. Have I seen Carlisle train station news? I've heard about it. Apparently it's underwater. That's bad news. I hope everyone is safe. Oh, we've got a tunnel coming up. Let's get in the cab then. Can you really tell the difference between MSAA and SSAA? Yeah, SSAA does look really nice. Specifically if you've got overhead wires. If you don't have overhead wires, it's much harder to tell the difference. But with SSAA 3x3, you don't get any shimmering at all with overhead wires. They look gorgeous. And it's FXAA, not MSAA. FXAA is sort of the best it does, other than the other ones, essentially, as far as I'm aware. Actually, no, I think, remember rightly, it's not quite as good as MSAA, but it's significantly more performant. Performant isn't a word, apparently. Better performance. firebox door shut. Ooh, it's a bit dark in here. Wow, that looks really bad on Carlisle. Right, we're levelling off again briefly, and then we're going to make the next run up. I like the Jeeps too. I've not used NVIDIA Inspector. No, Nick, I must admit I'm a bit of a noob when it comes to optimizing in that way. I might have a look at it at some point. So if we can't get a bit more speed up, I'm just wary of losing grip again. Another tunnel. Good, we're highball. Really pretty up here. Nick, I always run it in borderless mode. I've got no idea if it helps with FPS or not. Traditionally, running in full screen on most games has always made them run better, but it doesn't seem to affect this one at all. And so I'm not really sure it makes any difference either way. I'm running in borderless windowed because then I get more transparently works with the other apps that I've got running, like streaming software. Full screen, to be honest, even on my machine at when I'm normally using it, I'm either running it windowed or borderless. I rarely, if ever, use full screen anymore. But I don't think there's I'm not aware of any performance gain from that. .7 miles to Winton Main Line. Oh, nice, Josh. That sounds really interesting. Working on a scenario for the Majestic Falls Railroad using the Seaboard U36B. Awesome. There's our waypoint on the HUD now. You tried to add dynamic brakes to the big blue F7 and managed to lose your engine sounds. Why did you do that? Because there's, I think it's one of the F7s doesn't have dynamic brakes. It's not supposed to, and the other one does have it. So they're set up the way they're supposed to be. Got a green. Really glad you're enjoying it, Nick. Yeah, I can't remember which way round it is, Moggy, whether passenger or freight. I think it's the passenger one. They don't have the dynamic brake, but they do have steam heating. But I think the freight one does have dynamic brakes, if I remember rightly. And you can see it's got the extra fan on top of it. One of the many differences between those two F7s. I can't remember which way around it was. One of the two. Nope, it was done very specifically like that, Moggy. That was the advice we were given when we did it. Trying to find, in fact, one of the reasons that I asked that we actually did the two was because when we started looking into which big sky blue F7 do we want to do, and we worked out there's actually some reasonably significant differences between the two models, with the passenger and the freight version. So we decided that we would do both of them in the pack, because it's reasonably easy just to do cope with the model changes. Because the passenger one's got all the train heating stuff on it. Why does the game have to restart every time you change graphics settings? It's a legacy thing. You've got to remember the game is really old, and the way that it initialises DirectX, I think it can only do it at boot up essentially, so it has to restart the game. Newer DirectX APIs I think can do it without restarting the game, but the older ones can't. 5.6 miles to our end of the scenario, which we're due in about 11 minutes. Yeah, quite right, my thoughts. Adriana and Majestic are both by the same guy, and they're both very, very good. Green light, which is always good. Yeah, my thoughts. Josh's Henderson Local is on the plan. I'll probably play that sometime this week. Sounds good, my thoughts. .7 miles. Try and get up to line speed. Hey there, One Shot Killer. Welcome. Possibly a fellow Jack Reacher fan, maybe. An eastbound Autorack train was delayed. It's located between Bern and Merritt. You'll be redirected on Merritt passing siding, where you'll stop your train to let it pass. See you later, J-Class fan. Yes, One Shot Killer. I certainly do have a YouTube channel. Just pasted the links up on the. So you've got all the links to all of my media, including YouTube, on the chat now. Jim Bob, the engine at the front has a driver. How does the engine at the back? No. So that's what's called a distributed processing unit, a DPU, and they're communicating with by radio. And so using the control panel on the inside the cab, the driver can instruct the back train as to what he wants it to do. Sorry, the engineer. Josh, your scenarios compare, I think, with other scenario authors. Nick, yes, the scenario, none of the BNSF stuff, so either the locos, the SD70ACe Pack 2 V2, or the Stevens Pass, they're not available anymore. Distributed power unit. What did I say? That's what I said, isn't it? Thanks for the follow, One Shot Killer. Much appreciated. So we just went through an advanced approach. I said distributed processing unit. Twit. Can you make the degree of snow in a scenario any different? No. Basically, there is a snowy texture and there's a normal texture. So things are either snowy or they're not. How long have and will I be streaming? This has been going 4 hours and 15 minutes and we've got about 6 minutes to go. Just until we get this train along to the end of the journey. 2.5 miles away. .25 limit coming up ahead, so we'll coast down to that. Looks so dark, but it's not. It's just the mountains. Right, we're taking a sideline, we're going to come across to there. We've got an approach signal. We're down under the 25 limit now. Nick, do I think this route and BNSF locals will be available in Europe again, or are they gone forever? At this point, I don't know. Certainly I'm not aware of any way that they're going to come back at the moment, but you guess you can never really tell what's going to happen in the future. .6 miles, which I guess gets us to the other end of this siding. Cheers, Ron Wirral. .1 miles. Chris6072, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. There's the auto rack train on its way. Hopefully he's going to stop. I'm sure I just missed a follow, but I didn't see who it was, so I do apologise. Looks like that auto-rack train has stopped nicely. How does the map work with the game? What does the map sync with the game? The map is an external tool, and it asks the game where I am, and then it updates the map accordingly. Nick, so all the licenses in the game have an expiry date. Every license does. Most operators are happy to just renew it though. Where I run a red light at the end of the scenario. Emergency brake. Brakes on! Oh, we're gonna stop. We're alright. Feels like you're going so slow and then all of a sudden you realise you've got to stop. Actually, we're alright. We did it. We stopped. SJM Fadden says this is where helpers were added to added or removed help trains to Skycomish. Superb. Wait until you have the green. Good job, scenario complete. I'm going to carry on with part 2, which we're not doing right now. Right, so that was Wyoming Coal to Vancouver part 1. Mad Matt 1999, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Right folks, that's it from me for tonight. It's been really good fun. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It's 1:45 in the morning, so it's time for me to go to bed. Thank you everybody for watching. And One Shot Killer, yeah, I should most certainly do some more North Jersey coastline. And I'm losing it. Thanks again, everybody, and I will catch you all at some point tomorrow. That's the word I was looking for. Tomorrow at 9:30. All right, folks. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.